Welcome to Driven, the Unscripted Success Podcast, with your hosts, Mike Menino and Nareman Hamdan, bringing you insights and stories on achieving personal, professional, and financial success.
All right. Hey, everybody. I'm Nareman Hamdan. Welcome to Driven, Unscripted Success Podcast. Today on this podcast, we're interviewing professional and financially successful people that will share their experiences and tips with you of how they got to where they are today. So zooming in from beautiful Naples, we have Nino Magaddino. Nino is a successful fitness coach. He's originally from, you're originally from Niagara Falls. Niagara Falls. Yep. Yeah. And he's been down here in Florida for about 20 years. He's basically a gator, an old gator now. So thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you. This is awesome.
Yeah, it's great to have you. So let me ask you a few questions here for our viewers. So Nino, can you give us a quick snapshot of your business right now, what you do, what your company does, all that good stuff?
Okay. Thank you again for having me. This is amazing. And, I look forward to talking to you more about that, telling you more about my business and what I do. The name of my company is called MaxFlex Fitness, as you can see. All right. Our company's been in business since 2010. Yeah, I've been a personal trainer since 2001. We can get into a little bit more as we go. We'll talk a little bit more about my journey. But the name of my company is called MaxFlex Fitness. We're a personal training and corporate wellness company here in Naples, Florida. Our specialty is working one-on-one with clients or groups in a personal training setting, working on their balance, working on their strength, getting them healthy, motivated, living their best life. But we also work with corporations as well, like the David Lawrence Center, Arthrex. We worked a lot with the Blue Zones Project here, just bringing classes or wellness lectures to their on-site company as well. So we have about 12, at the time, 12 current staff, contractors that go around and teach classes and personal training and everywhere from yoga, personal training, nutrition, anything to that nature.
That's fantastic. So it's fair to say you're not busy at all.
Yeah, hey, I am. I got a lot of time on my hands. It's nice to be the boss. Right?
That's great. Well, good for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it sounds like you're really flourishing and doing well in the community and giving back a lot to the community as well.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. There's a lot of competition in the fitness coaching world space. So what sets you apart and what comes easy to you that others find challenging in this space?
What comes easy to me personally, and I think you probably see how it is out there as far as customer service, right? Of course,
absolutely.
We're a fitness and wellness company, but if you're not, our clients are paying a lot of money for our services and they want results too. So if we're not I always feel like, what do you do? Under promise, over deliver, right? That's how it goes. So when I talk to my staff and we have staff meetings, we have to make sure that they're current, okay, on the fitness trend, but we're servicing our clients to the nth degree. I think so. That's for us. That's what sets us apart. I believe that we have to really do a good job with our clients, communicate to them, and over deliver.
Right, and with what you do, it's more hands-on and constantly keeping, in contact more than usual. I would assume with your clients. I'm sure they're constantly asking questions about the nutrition plan you probably set them up on, the workout plan, what that regimen is, and if they fall off, do they have a meltdown, or keeping them on track and accountable for what.
Yeah, that's part of the service that we provide. Is that I used to talk to a lot of trainers before, and of course they don't last long in our business. They'd always say, I only work with you for this hour. Well, that's not necessarily true. Of course, there's boundaries, but, we feel that we send our clients videos that they can do on their own. Or we do a weekly newsletter with nutrition, videos, like exercise blogs, just what do you call that? Keeping in contact with them, keeping them motivated, holding them accountable. Hey, did you walk today? I almost feel like we're more of guides. The ball's in their court. All right. We're not so much telling them what to do. We're just kind of guiding them along their journey. And I think that's what, for most people, that works.
Yeah. So you're kind of like a Sherpa taking them up the mountain.
There you go. That's a long mountain.
That's a big old mountain.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh, too funny.
True.
So if someone listening to us now wants to get better at, doing the one thing and keeping their clients, on target for their fitness goal, what do you suggest they do, and what tips would you give them?
You mean as far as the client or the trainer? You mean
as far as the trainer? I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. So if the trainer wanted to keep somebody on track,
yeah, like what
we talk about, SMART goals, right? Specific, measurable, adaptive. I forget what the other two are. Oh, time. So, okay, is the goal attainable? Right. So I always talk. When we sit down, we talk to them about their goals. Is it attainable? As somebody who's not run before, we're not going to get them set up for a 5K. And most people, they come to me and they say, "Hey, I want to lose weight." Well, why do you want to lose weight? You know what I mean? Their answer that they might be thinking might not be the one that works for them too. People don't really like the scale too much. So I always tell them, pick out an outfit that you want to get into that, say you wore 10 years ago that you looked really hot in. Put that outfit out there, and that's your goal, to fit into that piece of clothing.
That's a great way of doing it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Trust me, I was just talking to a client. Yeah, exactly. I was just talking to a client right now and she was in her 60s. She said, Nino, she goes, "Thank you. I feel so much better, but I finally fit into my Lululemon pants."
Oh, wow.
So I was like, all right, whatever works for you. Huh?
Yeah,
right.
That's amazing. Like Stella, get your back.
Yeah, right.
In it, Stella.
Yeah, there you go. So yeah, everybody's got different goals. That might be a little bit too much.
Yeah, right.
But everybody's got, hey, whatever works for them, whatever motivates them. So setting SMART goals. I think that if I was going to tell somebody to, like a trainer working with a client, meet them where they're at. Meet your client where they're at, take them along the journey, and set SMART goals.
Yeah, I like that. Just SMART goals being basically realistic and practical about
yes, exactly
where you are and what you're capable of doing little by little.
Yeah, and where do you want to go?
That's fantastic.
Right.
So what's one of the biggest challenges you've had to overcome in your career?
That's a great question. Well, I'll be honest with you. So in my industry, there's great trainers, and you could see online, everything like that. There's great trainers and bad business people. There's great business people and bad trainers. So I've had to learn, how am I going to still be a good trainer? Okay, work with my client, but then also manage a business too. So I think that's pretty much been the hardest obstacle. When I first started off in business, I didn't even know how to balance a checkbook, at the time. So, or balance a budget, so I had to learn the financial side. I had to learn the marketing side. A lot of the things that I didn't really like to do, like payroll, marketing, I had to learn how to be efficient at it. And then in turn, I ended up liking that too. So I think being a good trainer and being a good business person.
Yeah, that could be like a tough challenge, like you said, when you first started not knowing anything about it, let alone balance, and learning it, it could be a little intimidating, in the beginning, but good for you getting it all down pat.
Thank you. I worked with, I don't know if you know this, but I worked with a company here, and it's all over the country. It's called SCORE.
Okay.
So this might be beneficial. It stands for STORE, is the acronym, and it's something Center of Retired Business. So I've had a business mentor free for the last 12 years, and I meet with once a week. And same thing. We set SMART goals. What is our budget for the month? Are we meeting budget? What are my numbers looking like the last 2 to 3 years? What's my marketing look like? So having that, almost like having a trainer, that accountability.
Yeah.
Somebody help me manage my business. So it's been a godsend. His name is Andre. Big shout out to Andre. He's like my uncle, my crazy uncle.
Uncle, uncle.
Yeah,
That's great.
he probably would appreciate that. But he's a great guy, and I appreciate everything he's done for me.
That's awesome. That's nice. To
Free
know.
business mentoring too. Free business mentoring.
Really?
Weird.
Fantastic. I'll have to chat with you after that, after the show.
Yeah. Mhm.
That's pretty interesting. Well, it sounds like things are going well for you and your business. As you're looking forward, as you're looking towards the future, I was wondering if or how you create passive income, or if you have invested in the past.
Invested in other businesses.
It's just like passive income, like another stream of hustling to bring in some money for you and your family.
Well, I've always, again, our business model, our number one driver is personal training. So I've had to look for different sectors of business, whether it's setting up nutrition programs, whether it's setting up online programs. The corporate wellness business is great because that's a constant revenue stream coming in.
Oh, that's great.
Mhm. So sticking within my industry, just kind of building diversifying, setting up different sectors,
platforms.
Yeah, so where I can have
doing
different revenue streams coming in as far as my business is concerned.
Well, that's awesome. So as we're wrapping up our interview, what exciting plans or initiatives do you have in the works for the next 6 to 12 months? What do you plan on doing?
Okay, I'm working with a physical therapist now, and her and I are, as you know, pickleball is the hot thing, right? Everybody loves pickleball.
Aren't we the mecca?
Yeah,
pickleball.
That's right. This is sure Naples, Florida, right?
Yeah,
but you know what? Well, right. Guess what? We're also the mecca of
what?
Knee and hip replacements.
You're on pickleball.
So that's what I'm saying. That's
quick shuffle, pickleball shuffle.
Yeah, that's right, man.
Oh, good.
So, that's what I mean. So obviously, people are getting injured. When they talk about it, if you ever talk to an orthopedic surgeon or a physical therapist or chiropractor, they'll tell you the number of what's keeping them in business, right? And I'm not knocking pickleball. I think it's a great sport. I just think that people are not going about it the right way. They're not warming up. Number one, they're not starting. They're just going full throttle, going from, just starting out right into and they're getting injured. A lot of people are finding they're losing balance as they backpedal and they're falling or anything of that nature. So getting back to your question, I'm developing a safety, almost like warm-up program with a physical therapist that I would like to either do as a corporate wellness program and online. So if people want to go and buy videos for that example, they can go ahead and do that.
Oh, that's awesome. That is, a good point. I'm pretty fit, and I wouldn't take up pickleball because of how quick the shuffle is and the sprinting of it, and the instant stop and go, and just how it's just hard on my knees and hips. No,
you have to make sure you're fit for that.
Yeah.
Look, when we grew up, what did we play? Volleyball, basketball.
Yeah.
The sports. So if we had to go back and play that, we can kind of figure it out. There was never pickleball when we were growing up.
No.
So I think that's a totally different sport. So I think that's where people are getting. They have to learn the sport before they go, oh, I can go play pickleball, and they're getting injured.
Right. That's a valid point right there. Well, Nino, thanks so much for your time today and sharing some insights and tips with us.
Yeah, this has been awesome. Let's do round 2 soon.
Yeah, for sure.
That's right.
Shots of espresso for everyone.
That's right.
If people would like to connect with you, what should they do? How do they get a hold of you?
Okay, my website is fitnesscoachnino.com. The name of my company is called Max Flex Fitness. You can find us on Google. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram. Go ahead and go online. You can register for our newsletter, which is amazing. You'll have really good topics on fitness, videos, cool recipes. I know you and I talk about recipes all the time, right?
We do.
Yeah, this is why we do it, right?
Yeah.
And
exactly.
my email is fitnesscoachnino@gmail.com, or you can call me at 239-287-4558. Feel free to reach out. I'd be glad to sit down and talk to you. about fitness, wellness, and just kind of share my experience and see if we'd be a good fit.
That's fantastic. And I am also, I've subscribed to your newsletter. So there's a lot of great information in there. So
Nice.
I recommend that you folks subscribe to that. There's recipes,
Got it.
there's tips, there's articles about what's going on in healthcare and
Yes, the trends.
stuff. Yep, all the trends.
Yeah, and we do online programs too. Not to keep going, but I have a client in New York. I have a client in Boston that we work with and go back and forth. So, whatever works for you.
Good. Well, thank you so much for coming on. This was a lot of
Yeah.
fun.
Awesome. Same here. Same here. Look forward to seeing you at the gym.
Likewise. I won't be pickleballing though.
No, Jimmy will find you.
All right. Well, thanks, Nino. It was great chatting with you.
All right. Thanks, Nareman. You take care. Stay driven.
Thanks for listening to Driven, the Unscripted Success Podcast. Want to share your story? Apply to be a guest at drivensuccesspodcast.com/guest.